Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Steve,
I'm Travis.
and welcome to another episode of The Last Podcast You'd Want. How we doing, everybody? How we doing, Travis?
Oh, Steven, I've got a good answer for you today because I am fan freaking tastic. Missouri just passed recreational marijuana. Gonna be a lot of people getting let out of jail for BS, like nonviolent crimes. So that's a big, big win for us over here. I'm impressed with my state. Big up on you. I've had a great morning of working out, played some golf, and now I get to record an episode with you. Like, shit, come on. Cannot complain. How are
That's
you,
great.
my friend?
I'm a little tired. I've been up since like 5:30 this morning because of the puppies,
Ooh.
but yeah, I'm having fun doing my thing. Excited to record an episode with you.
I can
Uh,
dial it back on my good mood right
But
now. Try
no,
to.
no, no, you're fine. I'm just a little tired. But we can get through it, man. I'm excited. But before we get into all of that of what we've been doing, what we've been watching, let's get into some IMDb
Let's
birthdays.
do it, baby. Let's do it.
Celebrating a birthday today. My God, there is no one on the front page who I legitimately recognize as
Really?
a notable actor or actress. I'm not even gonna lie.
I mean, I'm a November birthday. You are a November birthday. I would think this is just a month chock full of incredible people. So,
I can tell
this
you
is.
why. I definitely know one person having a birthday today, but we'll go ahead and try and find. We'll go through and find the November 9th celebrating a birthday today, Mr. Lou Ferrigno.
Who is that?
Do you really
I'm just kidding.
know? You like know who Lou Ferrigno is?
Yeah. How old is the Incredible Hulk now? The man's so big that he didn't need to be CGI to be the Hulk. Fucking incredible.
Man, that's
Um,
deaf.
yeah, very,
Yeah.
and but speaks very, very well. Um, fuck, he's got to be getting up there. He's like close to Arnold's age, but I think a little younger. I think he's like 61.
71.
Whoa, I am okay. Well, I had one of the numbers right, so
Celebrating a birthday today, professional wrestler Chris Jericho. Your current Ring of Honor champion.
he's still wrestling.
Yes. Yeah. Fortunately.
Chris Jericho, 44.
He's celebrating his 52nd birthday today.
God damn it! God damn it!
Celebrating a birthday today, lead singer of 98 Degrees, Mr. Nick Lachey. How old do you think Nick Lachey is turning?
I don't even know anymore. 48.
Ooh, so close you've come. Closest you've come.
47.
49.
Oh,
49.
okay. All right. Hey, Price
Uh,
is Right rules.
we'll go ahead and say Nikki Belansky. If you've seen the Christopher Walken vehicle of Hairspray, John Travolta in drag, Nikki Belansky is your lead person of Nancy Turnblatt. That's going to be the last
Oh,
visible person having a birthday.
53.
34. And
Who?
would have been celebrating a birthday today.
I've never seen Hairspray. In case
But
you were
he
wondering.
passed away in 1966. But born in 1886 on this day, Mr. Ed Wynn. Do you not know who Ed Wynn is?
Yeah, if you can infer from that complete silence that just fell upon our listeners, no.
Well, I could tell you right now.
Edwin who?
If you heard Ed Wynn's voice, Travis, clean cup, move down. Clean cup,
Okay.
move down. He is the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland. That is who Ed Wynn is. He was also in Mary Poppins. He was also in Babes in Toyland. And that is Ed Wynn, and I'm a big
Okay.
Ed Wynn fan.
I apologize.
No,
My
that's
complete
okay.
lack of knowledge,
You know, some of us are classically trained in movies, and some of us are Travis Johnson.
Yeah,
So
some of us are neophytes.
with the top 6 in the box office, coming in at number 6, Travis, with 3.4 million, we have Lyle Crocodile. I ran into a father and son at the theater on Sunday that the kid said he wanted to see Lyle Crocodile. So that's what they were there to see. I saw Black Adam, but we'll get into that later.
Ooh, I forgot that you saw that. Yeah.
Theater 5, number 5, Pray for the Devil, Snore, 3.9 million. Coming in at number 4, people must have listened last week to the episode, because beating Pray for the Devil, Smile, in number 4 with 4 million.
Word of mouth, it's powerful.
Ticket to Paradise is number 3 with 8.5 million. One Piece film called Red, 9.3 million at number 2.
Yeah, it's one of the longest running animes. Has a gigantic fan base. Never seen it.
And in its last week at number 1 in the box office at 18 million, Black Adam.
Oh, wow. Well, I should have known that was coming in its lack of being in the top 6.
Well, no, I'm saying it's its last time in the number 1 position because Black Panther comes out tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, I guess you can guarantee that. That's not even a joke.
Yeah, you think Marvel isn't going to beat out fucking DC in the theater?
I don't think it has anything to do with that, but yeah, okay.
I think it does. So
this
Black
Panther movie looks
very interesting. I'm going to call right now multiple Panthers.
Yeah.
I think they are going to have multiple people holding the Black Panther.
My level of hype for the film, for the franchise, I mean, obviously with the loss of Chadwick Boseman, it's hard to just keep going on and expect it to be what it once was, which is probably the best Marvel movies they've ever made. But man, dude, this villain looks so cheesy, and I wish I hadn't seen the trailers because I'm totally inferring off of really nothing, and he could play it so well.
You don't even know if that's the actual villain of the movie.
No, you're right. No, I suppose not.
They could be they could swerve us before.
They could befriend him. He could end up being an ally by the end of the movie for sure.
Absolutely. You know, like they swerved us with Captain America: Civil War. Whereas they made us think that was a film that was primarily.
They made us think it was going to be like good
versus Iron Man. Fucking
Captain America. So hard on that one.
What the fuck are you talking about? Civil War is the best Captain America movie they've made.
That airport fight scene, I don't know why people blow it up to be something so special. It's so bland. Wow, they don't know where to set fight scenes. They got green screen crap, just huge empty sets with. Could be Transformers has better.
It's better than the piece of shit that Joss Whedon gave us of Justice League.
That wasn't even really Joss Whedon.
But it was better. It was better than Justice League. It was better than either version of Justice League.
You think it was better than the Snyder Cut?
Yeah,
it was.
Snyder Cut.
I didn't think it was bad. The more I watch it, the better it gets.
Snyder Cut at least gave us story. Snyder Cut at least gave us something. They gave us reasoning behind things. Joss Whedon gave us a random Russian family in the middle of nowhere with no context. See, you're laughing because you can't fight.
I have no reply for that because
I'm right.
They set that all up just for them to get saved at the end. It's like you didn't need to do that. I thought they were gonna play some kind of role for sure, like help
the family to be saved. Travis, I watched over the weekend and the last couple days a movie called Blackout. It's Josh Duhamel, I believe that's his last name. It's the gentleman we're both watching as the new love interest in the Mighty Ducks season 2 Game Changers.
Yeah, it looks like Duhamel, but don't be fooled.
I don't know. I watched Enola Holmes 2, which just came out Friday.
So did you not like Blackout too much?
It's an hour and 21 minutes, and that's with credits, so it's probably about an hour 10.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pointless action movie that you can just turn your brain off and watch. The new season of Titans came out last Thursday.
Wait.
And I was very excited for the new season of Titans.
Like when you're talking about HBO Max with fucking Nightwing, Redhead.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, how did I miss that? I
New
knew he was
season.
coming back this fall. Okay.
New season. I'm just gonna tell you now. I'm very disappointed with the commercial I saw for the upcoming season and how they opened it. Don't watch any trailers, Travis. Just start the show so you can start the show.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, for sure. I won't be doing that. Or
well,
will
I
be.
saw I saw a 30-second commercial that they were playing for it when I was watching, you know like just a random show on TV, on my internet. I've
Well,
been
that happened.
watching Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities, which is available on Netflix. And
Hmm.
of the 6 episodes that I've watched, I've only enjoyed 2 of them. The other ones are, in my personal opinion, boring, pointless. Their story, someone took the time. I can't call it horrible, I can't call it bad, because someone took the time to write a story, to make it made. Like, they made an effort, they made it happen, and
Sure.
like, it's great for them. Is it a story that I dug? No. Was it stories that I would walk away from? Yes, absolutely. But there are people out there that are going to thoroughly enjoy the stories that they have to offer and the way that they are telling them. But of the 6 episodes that I've watched, I've only really enjoyed 2 of them. And finally, I saw Black Adam.
Nice. I've been watching some new stuff over here as well. Not Titans, because I totally, even though I've been waiting for that to come out, I totally missed that it did come out. But I did check out Blockbuster on Netflix, which, yeah,
I watched the first episode of, and I do not plan on watching more.
I got to the third one and then I switched it. So, had high hopes. I'll still probably watch the rest of it. I mean, it's not awful to just have on, but yeah, it wasn't. Given the cast, given the premise, maybe my hopes were just too high, but
Well, Travis, really quick before you get into what you've been doing, I got some trailers for Black Adam that I
uh,
do want to talk
well,
about.
yeah. I'm not going too far.
Creed 3.
Yes.
Fuck,
Mm-hmm.
bro.
Mm-hmm.
That looks amazing. I want to dance with somebody. The Whitney Houston story. I want to see that one. Avatar, no interest. Wakanda Forever. I'm seeing it tomorrow.
Yep.
Super Mario Brothers, which I'm very interested to see on the take of what they're going to do with it. Violent
Whoa.
Night. It was my first time seeing the trailer for Violent Night, which my brother describes as a movie that looks like it looks like a movie that you'd see within a movie, like a made up movie within a film. Like
That's so
that's
perfect. Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I haven't seen the trailer, but I saw the poster when my dad and I were leaving the theater the
so
other night.
so good, so good. It looks so funny.
Dude,
Uh,
David Harbour, there's perfect casting for that. And Black Christmas, I don't know if you remember that. Great fucking horror movie. I mean, I'm
well,
in. The guy's creepy. He comes through your chimney. He's invading people's homes all over the world. It's not that hard to flip the script and and
Now
make
you
you
say
scared of
you
this
say
guy.
you say you say Black Christmas, Travis, but are you talking about the 1960s Black Christmas? Or are you
No,
talking about the 1980s Black Christmas? Or are you talking about
no.
the 2000 something Black Christmas? I know, of course, that you're
2000
talking about the
something.
2000 something Black Christmas with Jamie Chung and all of the new actresses, of course. But you should really check out the 1980s Black Christmas, which I believe is directed by Mr. Bob Clark, who also directed uh, Porky's, and if I am also not mistaken, A Christmas Story.
The 2006 one, which is Michelle Trachtenberg, is one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that is exact. I said 2005, but I
And
knew I knew what I was talking about, and it is the 1974. There was also a 2019 Black Christmas. Yeah, Black Christmas in 1974 was directed by Mr. Bob Clark. Travis,
I don't know. Tell me.
this is a nice little segue. Okay, we're gonna get to what you're watching, but first I want to talk about Bob Clark, because we've talked about Black Christmas, and it is a very classic 1970 something film, Bob Clark. But I would like to just focus a little bit on the movies that he directed
Sure.
while he was alive. Now, Bob Clark, all right, he was alive from 1939 to 2007. Now, Travis, I'm just going to go down a little bit here of all of the movies that he directed. Not all of them, but some of them. And towards the end, you are going to be very surprised. So,
Bob Clark. Yeah, no, that name doesn't ring a bell. I hate to say it,
well,
but I'll
no, no,
just be
no. But
honest.
but the movies that I'm going to name, you're definitely going to recognize. So, in 1974, he did Black Christmas. In 1981, he directed Porky's. In 1983, he directed not only Porky's 2 the next day, but also A Christmas Story, one of the
What?
one of the greatest Christmas movies ever
Did I
made.
tell you I went to the house
Did
in
you?
Cleveland? Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
And I saw the
In
Bumpus's house too, and it's really cool.
in 1985, he did Turk 182. He also did an episode of Amazing Stories. In 1990, he directed the Gene Hackman, Dan Aykroyd vehicle Loose Cannons. Let's see here.
Interesting. I kind of want to check that out.
It's actually a very interesting movie.
How could it
Um,
not be?
and then Travis, in 1999, one
Mhm.
of the last movies that Bob Clark directed, Baby Geniuses.
Ah, an all-time great. Yeah. How many
He did
Oscars did that movie win?
he
Like
did
5 or 6?
and Travis, Super Babies, Baby Geniuses too.
No, I
And
never
then
saw that one.
and then he was an uncredited director for Blonde and Blonder. I don't even know what that is.
Now, Baby Geniuses was kind of trying to piggyback off the success of how much
Oh,
look who's talking, right? Just kind of like, this is
I, I
hilarious. We're voiceover these babies.
I don't know. Did Baby Geniuses was made in 1999. I would have been 16, 17 years old. So
Yeah, you're right. I was 9 or 8
you
for
loved it.
most of that year. I did
So
love it. I kind of want to rewatch it.
so the same guy that directed Porky's, teenage boys in high school checking out girls naked in the shower, is the same man that directed Baby Geniuses. And that, my friends, is a little director spotlight here on The Last Podcast You'd Want. It's my
Hey,
segment. It's my segment for the week. I
I
decided.
like it. If you want to be successful, you got to be flexible, and
Gotta
you
do it all.
know,
And then he
and
died.
you never know what opportunities may come. If you got to make Porkies, if you want to make that your Baby Geniuses, that's
I have no idea what that even means. Travis, what have you been doing? What have you been watching? What's going on, bud?
uh, practicing the guitar. So maybe I will not be so terrible at it because I never practice it. So that's been something. Other than that, um, like I said, checked out the Blockbuster show. There's also a new show on Netflix called Inside Man that's got a very interesting premise. It's a 4-episode thing with Tucci and some other faces you'd recognize. Same director, David Moffat, I believe, from BBC's Sherlock. And this may actually originally be a BBC content too. It's just a situation, a normal guy who some sensitive stuff on a USB drive that somebody is hiding from one of his parishioners. It's like a vicar. He's hiding a USB drive. He brings it back to his house. His son's math tutor finds it. It's got child porn on it. He doesn't realize what's on it, so they're just kind of both being like, oh, yeah, they just think it's normal porn. So they're just trying to cover for it, and she's just like, and then once he realizes what it is, he starts trying to tell him about whose it is and that he's holding it for him. She doesn't want to believe him. Next thing, he's locked in his fucking basement.
All right, Travis, let's not get too much into it, man.
That's all I've got.
You're going a lot.
I'm sorry. It's crazy. I'm like, just kind of.
You said Inside Man, and I was going to ask if it was a spinoff of the Spike Lee joint
No, I
with
wish.
Clive Owen and Denzel, which I absolutely love, but it sounds like it's not.
Oh, but I guess I should mention that I did see something in theaters.
Oh, what did we see in the theater?
I went and saw The Estate.
Oh, yeah, that was the one about the person that dies and the cousins go and show up thinking they're going to get money, and it turns out that everybody else in the family basically had the same idea.
Yeah, wealthy aunt who's terminally ill, and everybody's going to try to suck up to her before she dies to get put in the will or get the estate. Kind of didn't really feel like it get marketed very much, and I'm not sure why. Definitely, I could have seen it being something that went straight to Prime. It has an incredible cast, deep cast: Ron Livingston, Duchovny, Anna Faris, and Toni Collette in the lead roles as two sisters who originally had the idea before they stumbled upon the rest of these cousins. Kathleen Turner is the dying aunt. I mean, phenomenal cast. The premise is obviously set up for easy zaniness. It's not hard to have some fun with that. And it's the director and the writer of Dean Craig, Death at a Funeral. which is like the ultimate movie that just keeps escalating from what is.
All right, now really quick, because I'm going to interrupt you once again. You say
Yeah,
Death
you
at a
have to.
Funeral. Do you mean the UK Death at a Funeral or the
Yes.
horrible American remake Death at a Funeral?
No, the '07,
The
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 original.
American remake in which Peter Dinklage plays the exact same
Yeah.
character, but everyone else is recast. Sorry, please keep
It's
going.
not a horrible one. It's just needless because it's so shot for shot that it's
Yeah,
like
because you have the British, and if you have the British, why do you need?
they did like 2 years after it. That was so soon. Made money, so I guess that was probably where that came
They
from.
did it. But the
Uh,
escape was a lot of fun.
it wasn't what it could have been. I think it could have been close to being as good as Death at a Funeral, but it was really tame for a 90-minute movie. It kind of drug in some spots, and they set up some juicy scenarios that could have been really just raunchy, hilarious, like oh my god, like really gone for it. And then every time they just kind of edge you, and they back down, and then it ends up being just kind of towards the end they sort of
So
make it like there was
they edge, and then they deny.
yeah like
Sounds like some
Norman.
videos you watch on a Thursday night. So,
Steven, we don't want to get too much into my personal life,
I'm just saying.
but it really, yeah, it was still good. Duchovny's character is hilarious. Obviously, all the good performances in it. There's good laughs in it, but it could have been a riot. It could have been something really, really great. And at the end, they kind of like act like it the whole time has been this story about Toni Collette and her somewhat development and looking for love. And it's like no, just let this be zany, like they
We
start
don't
off.
need purpose. We don't need a purpose when you have all of this chaos.
Yeah, I mean, it was. Yeah,
It's
three.
okay, so I might have to check that one out.
Yeah, when it comes to streaming, it's great at home watch for some new content. And then I actually rented a video on demand. It was it being in the Midwest, limited releases don't come here,
And
so I had to.
what did you rent?
I'm totally fine.
You know, Travis, it's really good to know
No,
that
no, no,
you're
Steven,
doing well.
I'm
Well,
totally
what?
fine. It's
No, I understand that you are totally fine, but what movie
I
you?
watched this movie. I'm totally fine.
Okay, so you're totally fine. You watched
Mhm.
this film, but what was the name of the movie that you rented?
No, okay. Stars some familiar faces. Jillian Bell, if you ever watch Workaholics, she's absolutely hilarious.
Or
One of the
Office
best
Christmas
characters.
Party, where she plays a pimp.
Oh, dude, that's an underrated fucking movie. Didn't we go see that together in theaters?
Yes, 100%, and we reeked of weed. And someone walked
Mhm.
in the theater and
Oh
was like,
God,
"Oh,
yeah, I
we're
do remember
California."
that. I love those comments. It's like so passive aggressive, and it's like, yeah, dude, do you know what movie we're about to watch? We
They're
have a
about to
great
watch a
time. That
movie where they're gonna have a lot of stoners. Like, get the fuck out of here.
and there's only like he was the only other person besides us. Is the best part. It's like you just call us out if you're gonna do it, or come over here and ask if you want to smoke.
Don't sit behind us and be like, "Oh, it smells like marijuana," when we're the only ones in the theater.
Fucking if you're a Parks and Rec fan, Natalie Morales plays the love interest of Tom Haverford. His like only kind of real one in that show. She's the other co-star in this. And then you get another couple Workaholics guys popping in with Kyle Newacek playing Carl from Workaholics. He has a fairly sizable role in this, and then Blake Anderson plays via FaceTime only. He plays her boyfriend. But basically, yeah, she's set up. She's got an Airbnb. She is set up this party to celebrate a release of a new soda, except for her partner in the soda business and best friend has just recently perished. And why did I say? I don't know why I said perished. That okay?
It's like a bad
Not
food.
wrong,
It's like a
but
bad food. It's perished. It's no
spoiled.
longer good.
So
Spoiled.
they threw her
Bad.
out. They checked
So we
her
threw
out.
it out.
Moving
The
on.
expiration date hit on Emily. She's perished goods now.
It gets kind of crazy, and Alien then takes possession of, in the concept of that to study humans.
And now you just stop completely, because that is all I need to rent this movie. Is her friend dies, and then an alien takes over its body.
Yeah,
That's all I need. Say no more.
true.
Say no more. That is all I need. My God, that sounds. I'm totally fine, right?
Yeah, it's
I'm not
you
gonna.
can get it on Vudu for like $6.99, and I think it's worth it. Weston and I had a really good time watching
Rent
it.
it for $6.99 or buy it for $6.99.
We'll rent it because it's in theaters some places, I guess.
You see, I only rent it if it's like $3 or $4.99.
Yeah, it was a little bit. I knew I was getting some new content, and I wanted to be able to talk about something on the show.
Well, that's
And we
not
had a
like
really good time
you had
watching
the
it.
estate. You had the estate as well. Um, Travis, we got 4 movies coming out to the theaters this weekend. Of course, I already mentioned Black Panther: Wakanda Forever sneaking up on us. I'd seen the trailer, but I did not realize that it was coming out so soon. Spirited. That is the Ryan Reynolds, Will Ferrell, Scrooge,
Oh,
Ebenezer,
sorry.
modernized Ebenezer Scrooge story. Have you not seen the trailer for that?
No, I
No.
didn't even know they were working on it.
Oh,
Although,
we have got to watch the trailer after this. We're going to be wrapping it on up, folks. The Friendship Game and Retrograde. Retrograde is a documentary, and The Friendship Game is apparently a sci-fi with Peyton List and Brendan Meyer and Miriam Smith and who knows what else.
Peyton List from Cobra Kai.
I guess.
She's good.
Travis, is there anything else that you want to particularly talk about before we wrap it on up?
There's something coming out this weekend that's not uh
Oh, and
fucking.
God of War Ragnarok just came out. I'm not paying $60 for it, but
Hold
God
on,
of
let me grab my phone.
Ragnarok just came out. Let me grab my phone. Oh my God! Behind the scenes. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been another episode of the last podcast you'd want. Until next week, I'm Steve. That's Travis. Tip the veal, try the stab, and we'll see you then.